Good evening, ladies as well as gentlemen. Papa Boris here, playing some more Pillars of Eternity. Before I start this video, I do want to offer a quick disclaimer, which is that what we're going to do in this video is going to be extremely easy. I know I'm saying that, there's always a risk that I'm going to die and it'll be hilariously embarrassing, but this really will be quite easy. This is a temple in Gilded Vale. It's the Temple of Eothas, and there's a lot of really cool story around it, so definitely get into the lore when you play the game. But, in this area, you have a little quest here. There's the guy who wants you to go find the bodies of some priests, and of course, when you get there, there's a plot twist. Using your magical powers as a watcher, it turns out that this guy actually sealed the priests in the dungeon and left them there to slowly die a really horrible and I imagine very grieving and sad death. So, I need to press the tab key. So yeah, this is in the city of Gilded Vale, and you could, in theory, do it with just your main character, Adair, the fighter, and, Eothas, the wizard. And if you do that with just the three of you guys, it is a hell of a challenge. And I like that. It's really good game design, because I hate when games always tailor everything to your level, because that's, on the one hand, very convenient, and I'm all about quality of life and convenience, but on the other hand, there's something to be said for a world that's dangerous, and you can't just wander wherever you want and expect everything to just, you know, be just like Goldilocks' porridge, you know, just right for you. So I like having there be things in a game that are like, hey, this is impossible, maybe I should come back later. Now, to be fair, the very first time I played Pillars of Eternity, one of the contributing reasons to the fact that I ended up stopping playing and putting the game away for quite a while is that this place was so frustrating. I was like, damn, this game is hard. And I did end up, you know, continuing to play on, but, you know, that sort of took the wind out of my sails a little bit. But looking back, that was sort of my fault as a player, I feel. Now, of course, I really love this game. I think it's, you know, one of the best RPGs, certainly to come along since Baldur's Gate, and maybe even of all time, if I can use that phrase. The story is great, the mechanics great, there's just really nothing that's bad about it. So I do kind of wish I'd had more insight as a player to just realize, like, you know, if this is hard, perhaps I should, like, try to do it with more than just 3 party members, which is only half of what you're allotted in the game. Maybe I should, like, you know, be smart like you're supposed to be if you're a person living out in the world trying to do things, and come back later on. But as you can see now, with the full party, and not only a full party, but we're leveled up here. So with that, it ends up being quite simple to go through these monsters. I like the level design of this dungeon a lot, actually. You can, ooh, what's this? A fine sword, one-handed. Okay, you can, like, find a secret key to proceed through one of the, you know, obstacle door things you have to get through. Or you can solve a little puzzle with some bells. And to solve the puzzle, you actually have to, like, read the books that you find lying around, and the notes and stuff. And the notes that are left behind let you piece together what the code is to get past this door. And I almost wish, like, it made you do that. I have kind of you know, conflicting feelings about puzzles in these games, because it's just so frustrating when you're just, like, trying to proceed in the onwards direction and you have to solve some damn puzzle and figure out what the hell's going on. But on the other hand, like, it's nice in this case because the bell puzzle here ends up being something that you could theoretically beat with trial and error if you really, really wanted to. So I kind of like it. And there's also, of course, the way to bypass it entirely. Well, wait, wasn't I just saying that I wish you had to do the puzzle? So I'm kind of starting to contradict myself here. But I'm just going to leave. I don't really care about any of this. Oh, hidden treasure. Yes, please. Okay. So yeah, maybe it is good to have a backdoor approach to the puzzle now that I think about it more, so that, you know, someone who doesn't like to read the pieces of parchment that they find lying around doesn't have to in order to progress with the game. This isn't really that kind of a game, so I guess that's fine. But anyway, all that being said, is I really enjoyed the puzzle. This is a bit of a tricky fight. You have to be a bit careful here if you are going to try to do this when you're underleveled, because remember, these will-o'-the-wisps do confuse your party members. Luckily, it's not for too long, but, you know, you see this will-o'-the-wisp right here. I ended up making it into the back row because both of my frontliners got charmed, or confused, I should say. By the way, I won't always have just 2 people in the front row. One of the many cool things about the game, like I've said several times, is that you can really tailor the experience, and just about any kind of party works as long as you use your characters to their fullest potential. Is there something back here? No, those are just the stairs out. Okay, great. Is there something up here? I feel like there's something up here. Oh, no, we'll find that later. Ha, I remember now. Okay, let's hit the Alt key to go out of scouting mode and run back through. As always, I'm probably not going about this in the most efficient manner. In fact, I need to get in here. This place is what I need, because that's got the key. I don't remember what the combination is for the bell block puzzle thing, so I really do kind of want to get the key. It's in this box, which is only Mechanics 3, but if you are doing this, like, right... Oh, no, hang on a second. Is the key in here? No, that's just a bow. It's the secret thing. I don't know what mechanic skill you need in order to find that hidden cache. Okay, so there's that. Turn off scouting mode, run over here. Fantastic. Okay, so what was I saying? Yeah, I liked the puzzle element. I like that it's optional. It's probably good design. It would be a different type of game where, you know, the designers forced you to solve the puzzles. I think this is actually one of the more challenging fights in this area, indeed. We have several Skulders and a Skulder King, so there's 4. If you imagine having only 3 people that are all like level 2, you know, it is pretty crazy, this fight, and can take you quite a few tries. Here, however, we should just be fine. We bring the priest in here. This is one annoying thing. I really do wish that your party members would automatically leave scouting mode when combat started. I honestly have no idea why they stay there. I guess maybe that allows you to, like, stay in scouting mode and have, like, one party member, you know, scout around while the rest approach or something. I guess it's good, but I wish that was at least like an option, like automatically exit scouting mode when combat starts. I guess that's a bit specific. When you're doing game design, you can't just have an option for everything, because then things get a little bit overwhelming. There's another vision. So I guess I kind of understand, but like it's really weird when I'm like, all right, everybody, go get them! Go get them, tigers! And then they're like, I'm gonna sneak up here before I do anything. Oh, minor ring of deflection. Well, that's as good as they come for now. And so if you do, I already okay, I dare can use it. What's his deflection? 42, and now 47. Yeah. So yeah, if you do come here early, you do get some good loot. And in general, clearing areas always gives you a ton of money in this game, because you can pick up everything and put it in your stash. There's no inventory limit. So I like that a lot about it, because it always gives you a sense of accomplishment when you're finished clearing out an area. Like, well, if nothing else, I can take all of the, you know, loot that I found and sell it for money and become richer. All the time, which is a good feeling. In other games, even heck in the original Baldur's Gate, where it's just not worth your while to pick up every piece of trash gear off a monster, it can be a little bit frustrating, because sometimes you'll like fight some stuff and just get nothing for it, and you'll be like, well, that was an expenditure of energy I wish I hadn't made. Okay, my barbarian's on the inside, which is not where she wants to be. Begging your pardons. Let's go ahead and activate Savage Defiance here. So that's going to heal me and boost my defenses, which is cool. I haven't actually used the priest's ability yet, have I? Whoops. I mean, I guess, well, that's just because I did just get it, and this isn't a very taxing area, so I'm being quite lackadaisical about my ability use. I don't need to, daze enemies in an AoE, because it's just not necessary. What do we got? A fine greatsword. Okay, so greatswords, they deal slash and pierce damage, so it'll pick whichever one is less resisted by the enemy that you're fighting. The thing about that, though, is that I believe, and let me know in the comments if I'm wrong, I believe that just plain old damage resistance applies to slash, pierce, and crushing damage, because those are all the physical damage types. So unless somebody has like outstanding slash resistance or outstanding pierce resistance, a greatsword doesn't actually do anything if something just has plain old regular resistance. That being said, the different armors in the game do a pretty nice job of having different values for resistances for the different damage types, so I would use a fine greatsword over, you know, some other type of two-handed weapon, but right now I already have an S stock for Adair, which is a fan favorite for sure. This is the one that just bypasses 5 damage resistance no matter what. Wait a minute, we have a Poleaxe? Oh, hang on, I don't think... Oh no, this is slash and crush. A greatsword is whatever, pierce and slash. Yeah, whatever, it's the same deal. They're both slow. They're both two-handed. They both do 2 types of things. Wow, there's actually 2 rings of minor deflection here? Nice. Well, we'll give one to Kana here because he is naked. 39 is actually pretty high deflection. I think that's because his natural resolve is... Okay, it's 10. I don't know why his deflection is 39. Oh, no, it's not... What are you talking about, Boris? Deflection is not affected by armor. Armor only gives you damage resistance in this game, which really, frankly, makes a lot of sense. Kind of wish more games were like that. Is this shadow the only shadow? I'm going to get out of scouting mode to pull the shadow to me. It's just convenient that way anyhow.
Mogwin's fire casts light.
So this second level is a little bit bigger than the first. And I am actually on purpose meandering a little bit. So we're trying to get the the remains of the day, an amazing book by Kazuo Ishiguro, but also what the? Hang on a minute, what's going on over here? May I ask? But yeah, the remains of priests who died here. The Remains of the Day, by the way, is an amazing book. My fiance read it to me, and it like brought tears to my eyes. Very, very depressing, but also very wonderful. Now, the remains of the dead priests are even more depressing than that book, I think, because they're dead and they died in a tomb after being sealed. And why did you do this, priest? Oh no. Okay, well that's just freaking lovely. All right, Adair, come here, save me. Oh shit, there's more. Okay, so the barbarian needs to run in, and the priest needs to run out. Oh, he can't.
Hey.
Ah, crikey. Okay. Well, you're just gonna have to take it, Durance.
Not exactly.
Luckily, okay, hang on. He took a big hit of some sort.
What?
Oh shit, this shade's not dead. Oh god. Shades are annoying because they summon shadows. Does somebody have an ability I can use here? How about you use that? How about you use that? And it's tricky because I can never remember. They look exactly the same, so I always get them confused with each other. But they're definitely not the same. One of the two, shades or shadows, summons the other type, and
unusual.
You need to kill the one that summons to obviously stop the summoning from happening. Now this is an interesting spot. I like this a lot. It's not a huge deal, but after you loot this sarcophagus for honestly a pretty crappy cloak, 9 will is pretty garbage considering that there are cloaks later, cloaks of protection that give like 9 will, reflex, and fortitude. So I'm just gonna go ahead and straight up sell it right off the bat. Phantom appears and is like, no! I almost wish this was a little bit of a harder fight. Maybe it is harder. When you've just got 3 people and you're in Gilded Vale for the first time, but when you have a full party, the ambush is not particularly threatening. So yeah, I am, like I said before, or I've started to say, I am meandering around so that I find the bodies of the priests last, because the exit from this place is right there. One thing that always happens when I play by myself is I end up getting the bodies of the priests and finding the exit, be like, oh, well, but I want to explore the rest of the level. Okay, so shadows are the easy ones, or is it the other way around? Fuck. Okay, well, the shadow went down really fast. Okay, so maybe shadows are the easy ones and shades are the hard ones? Yeah, that seems to be right. Let's go ahead and assign the hotkey. Look at this. This is a huge area, so we're going to daze all these bitches. And then the rogue will try to blind that shade back there, and the wizard will just drop that in. I'm gonna go ahead and flick up my Savage Defiance. I'm not gonna worry about Frenzy. Oh god. Okay, so we need to kill. I'm gonna knock down the Shade. Okay. So we need to now get rid of it. Okay, so I remember now. I got it. It's the Shades who summon the shit and are awful. And the Shadows who are easy to take care of. I should have used that priest ability earlier because it would have damaged all these spirits.
See what lies this way.
Okay. Now this thing turns on the water. What the water does is it lets you find the body of some dude who had a key on him. And that way you can get through the locked area that you need to get through in order to find the bodies of the priests. Where are this? Okay, this is one thing. It's just my thing. Why is it that no matter what I do, for some odd reason, my fighters are always in the back? Like, we're moving forward through the dungeon. How are you guys in the back behind everybody? How does it happen? I don't understand. Just get to the front. That's what you're there for. Okay. So we're done with that bit of ranting. Now, yeah, so I don't need this key. Oh, God. Okay, let's get back out of here because these are shadows, which are the hard ones, right? No, they're the easy ones. Shadow, 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 shadow. So this should all be easy, right? Unless I misremembered. Okay, we need to get some damage going here. I will pop Frenzy with my Barbarian because this could be a tough fight. I need to move the Rogue out of the way. I think the Rogue is blocking the Barbarian's access to the area. Barbarian, are you attacking anybody? Can you please start attacking things? What, I dare say, what do I pay you for? Yeah, this was all shadows, which are the easy ones. I think if it was a room full of shades, that would actually have been a pretty darn tough fight.
I shall be discreet.
So notice my fighter here is taking damage every battle. So it's starting to chip away at him. Ooh, what's this? A crumpled note. Oh yeah, that's a funny note. You should read it. But I think we should be fine. This is obviously using a bit of meta knowledge about the contents of this area. But I believe I can fly, and I also believe that we should be okay. So yeah, you can unlock it with the key, but if you have a character with mechanics, it's not that hard of a mechanics check to unlock it. So, Shadow, is that the easy one? That's the easy one. They teleport, which is annoying, but they go down pretty fast. This would probably all be a lot harder on the harder... Oh, way to go, Boris. That was some... cutting analysis. If I were playing on the harder difficulty level, this would probably be more challenging. Huh. Okay, so phantoms or oozes. Let's run for the phantoms first. This is going to be a long fight with these oozes, so I will turn on Frenzy, then queue up an attack on the phantom. Adair will knock the phantom down. The rogue, I don't think you can blind an ooze. No, you cannot blind, daze, or prone an ooze, so the oozes are actually a bit tricky. But I am just going to have the rogue and my chanter shoot at the ooze and try to take it down. So the wizard is going to shoot this over here. And then the priest is going to go ahead and daze in a very... Well, the oozes can't be dazed, so we'll just daze in a large area. Oh my god, Adair is going down like a sack of potatoes. Alright, so my barbarian, I'm going to actually turn on my defense thing just in case I get hit by shit. And then I'm going to queue up an attack on this phantom. Priest, I'm going to queue up a heal. And Adair, I'm going to turn on second wind, and then I'm going to queue up some knockdown action. I do not want him to fall, he just fell. Okay. Okay, that's great. Lovely. So we need to take care of this shadow. We need to take care of this little ooze. And, okay. I guess these oozes just do a metric fuck ton of damage. I needed to have, done the heal earlier, I guess. Alright, my Barbarian did a pretty good job there. What is this? Minus dexterity and minus burn resistance, not a problem. I'm more concerned about his health. It's at 146. Okay, well, it's going to be a challenge at the very least to finish this without resting. There's stairs up there. Okay, don't want to go up those yet. In fact, I'm not even sure I want to go up those at all. Oh no, I do though. I do.
Remind
Is
me
there a
never
fight
to
in
help
here? I
kill
don't
my
think
god.
there is. So we get some dialogue. We figure out what happened. We realize the guy who sent us down here is an evil, terrible traitor. And I hope you find some peace in the next life. Gather up the remains. Deebity bop. Okay. Now let's search.
You might find this
Ooh, these
interesting.
priests didn't know what kind of treasures they had in the crate. Maybe if they drunk that potion, they could have lived
I'll
a
have
little
it in
longer.
no time.
All right, so let's
The
see
work
what's
of
in
a moment.
here. Ooh, a unique flail. This will be useful later. It's a pretty decent one. It has an accuracy and a damage bonus, and 30% of grazes are converted to hits, so you do more damage with it, and you also restore damage as endurance, which honestly my fighter Adair could use. If I hadn't given him that talent of doing bonus damage with two-handed weapons, I might actually take a moment here to just switch to dual wielding, just to use that flail. It honestly, mathematically, might even be worth it. But I will refrain. Okay, I messed up my pathing a little bit. I needed to have gone down this hallway first, it would seem. So we'll do that. And then I'm going to come up those stairs in there. Almost got it. Yeah, so you come up these stairs, and then you exit the level. It's nice. It's one of those sort of like backdoor shortcuts things where when you're like
They'll never know
done
I'm
with
here.
the level, you get a pathway up to the front. Okay, will the shadow see me and come forward, please? Shadow, come on, Shadow. Oh, okay, so this is how it's gonna be, huh? This is how it's gonna be. Okay, so Barbarian, get frenzied, then attack. Let's go ahead and... No. I'm gonna run up with the Priest, and we're gonna do this to just damage all the undead rather than merely dazing them. The Rogue, just do whatever. Chaser, do whatever. I'm hoping I can just bring these down quickly between the Wizards thing and the Priest's thing. And the Rogue sneak attack. I'm hoping we can just take these guys down really fast.
That looks like it hurt.
Okay, so Adair, you can see there's this little gray here. That means that his health is now below his
Sharp
maximum
eyes and
endurance,
keen
which
ears.
is not exactly where you want to be. Is there really nothing in here? Okay, I was gonna say if there was nothing in there, boy, would I have been a sad sack panda. Okay, I think that's everything. It seems like it's all explored. Great, let's go ahead and run up. Quick save, of course. So yeah, with the full party and admittedly not playing combat super carefully, not using all my abilities super carefully, but towards the end I did actually have to think quite a bit and make sure I did stuff right. Like, those fights knocked out my tank in one case. Oh, hang on, we're not done
I'll
yet.
see
There's
what I can
one more
find.
fight up here, isn't there? My tank got knocked out in one case. Oh, geez, there's 2 kings, 2 whelps, and 2 scolders. You know what? We're gonna rest after this. I think this is probably the time to use up all my abilities. I maybe should have been doing more of this stuff. Can these guys be confused? I don't know. So we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna drop a chill fog right there. Adair, stop moving. Just stop. Turn on frenzy,
Hey.
Barbarian. Please, Barbarian.
Following.
Barbarian, please, what are you doing? Motherfucking... Oh my god, what is everybody doing? Oh, I should have told everybody to stop. And that was my undoing. We're gonna enter... You know what? Hang on. Should I do a better thing? We are kind of all bunched up here. Why don't we go for some Holy Power? Give some damage bonuses to the Barbarian and the Chanter. And I'm gonna see if maybe the Rogue and the Wizard can, like, sneak in here
What?
and benefit from Holy Power. It's a very good ability, but, it does only work around the priest. You don't get to choose where it goes. I'm gonna quickly turn on my Defiance. You don't get to choose where it goes. So... Oh, I never got this chill fog off, seriously. You don't get to choose where it goes. And so, you have to position everybody around the priest to get it. Did I even pull it off? I didn't even get I didn't get it. Oh no, I did. All right, he's got holy power. So some people got it. That's cool, I suppose. Let's interdict these people. Let me move back. Then interdict. I'm gonna queue it up, see if the queuing up works. All right, you just keep shooting. You keep attacking. You keep attacking. You do get some abilities as the Watcher character. I don't find that they're that great, so I typically just forget about them. So we got the chill fog off. Good. Next up, let's see if we can blind these bitches. Now we're gonna have to do this. I'm gonna use the Rogue's Blind on this Skulder right here to try to kill it as soon as possible, because I don't want it rummaging around my back ranks looking for a snack. Okay, so now... Oh, whoa. Didn't mean to zoom in. This guy is dazed and blinded for 38 seconds. I mean, that blinding spell is crazy. Because 38 seconds is a pretty darn goodly number of seconds. Why don't we fill this guy with dread? Sure, sounds good. And then queue up an attack. Do you have another daze bomb? You do. And yeah, with everybody's concentrated fire, even the king of the Scalders does not last for long. So yeah, a blind that lasts in an AoE for like 38 seconds is pretty nutty. Starting at level 2, really, the wizard spells have quite a big impact. So Resolve and Perception. Perception gives bonus defense, or sorry, bonus accuracy, and Resolve gives bonus deflection. +1 isn't really that significant ever, but we'll go ahead and give that to the Barbarian. The tank is all, or, well, I have the tank on currently. We'll give it to the Barbarian for some more accuracy. But it's really not a major difference. That helm is gonna be sold once I find some better helms. Okay, and now we go back up here. So you actually end up coming up in another area of the first floor. And I don't remember if there's a fight here. I don't think there is, actually. You can chat with Adair about the candles.
Candles are still burning.
You can snuff one, I guess, if you're just like a dick. There seems to be a special requirement if you're a follower of Eothas,
Nice
like
to
if
see
you're a
those
priest of
candles
Eothas.
still burning.
But I am not a priest
they'd have
or of
run out by now.
Eothas, so I am unconcerned about those things. And now you go back and you get to decide what to do with this guy. You can tell him to leave, you can kill him, you can just forgive him. So all these moral dilemmas, I'm going to go ahead and hand it over. I found more than the bones. And then, how could you betray them? He turns out this guy worked for Raedric, and then he was a coward. Alright, I'm gonna be nice here. It's not too late to make amends. Bury their bones, live a better life. Did he even give us the reward? I don't know if he gave us a reward. He might not have. Well, so that's that. I'm going to go ahead and do some shopping, but that'll pretty much do it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Hope you enjoyed it. Please like and or subscribe, and I'll see you again soon, where we begin the journey. Don't quite end the journey, unfortunately, but we begin the journey to take on Lord Raedric. So if you want to stick around here and just watch me diddle-daddle, we're going to go to the tavern. And now, in the taverns, by the way, you can always pay money instead of resting for free and get a bonus that lasts for a couple of rests. So in this tavern, you can get +2 resolve for a couple of rests.
Well met, friend.
And you can stack those. So like if you do this, you know, last for 2 rests, you can like rest in the wilderness one more time, get the bonus for camping, and still keep the bonus to resolve, which makes everybody a little bit more, you know, deflective. Gives everybody +2 deflection, basically, and some other irrelevant stuff. But I'm not going to worry about that. We'll just save the money for now. I mean, I have 2,000, which seems like a lot, but the keep upgrades are pretty expensive, and they take money out of you rather fast. Now, what I'm interested in is what I can sell for some cash. Traps just suck. I don't really understand them. Like 14 to 18 burn damage, it seems like that's just not very much, and there's an accuracy penalty. I think I've talked about this before, so I just sell the traps, and actually, you know, they do sell for pretty good money. This one sells for 75, 75 for the fireball trap, 25 for the dart trap, you know, not bad. Now here we're going to get rid of our magic weapons, but we're going to keep the unique ones. I'm actually going to sell this thing. I just don't think it's that good. So it gives a penalty to will, which doesn't really matter, a bonus to constitution, which is whatever, and bonus to get to fighting against spirits. It's this that I don't like, because it's a bit specific. You're not going to fight that many spirits, and it doesn't make that much of a difference. So other than that, you've got the grazes converted to hits, which is nice, but I feel like these, you know, enchantments on this weapon are not worth 805 coppers, which I could have if I sell it. This flail I will keep. I like that a lot, because it's got the healing and the bonus damage, but I'll get rid of the rest. Alright, we'll get rid of that cloak too. Get rid of these scrolls. Get rid of all these books. Be careful, don't sell your pry bars or grappling hooks, because those are handy in some scripted interactions. If you're ever desperate for cash, you can sell off some of this stuff, but I warn you, if you do sell off some of these, you may regret it later if you try enchanting your gear and find that you've sold off some key ingredients. Let me actually put that stuff back in the stash. And what is next? Well, Now that we're all healed up, got our spells back and everything, the next logical step is to go to the Eastern Wood, not to be confused with the Eastern Wood, and be on our way to Lord Raedric. I will explore the whole map. You don't have to. I don't even think there's that much exciting stuff on this map, but, you know, you can explore it to get some more experience and loot, or you can just race past it and get to the keep, and then that will be an interesting level. I don't know if I'll be able to do it in a single video, but the next video, after the next one, will be interesting as we assault Lord Raedric. It's one of the more tough early battles. Hey, we get to make an upgrade to the keep. The main keep is finished. Excellent. So you can either get Bright Hollow Restoration here, which allows you to rest at the keep sooner, which is convenient, or you can immediately start going for the things that give you bonus stuff. So there's the Curio Shop, and then the other thing, which I can never remember, oh yes, the Botanical Garden. So the Botanical Garden requires the Bailey, and the Curio Shop requires the Western Barbican. Well, actually, the Bailey is... no, it's Bright Hollow Restoration where you can rest, right? The Bailey is this thing. So I need the Western Barbican, which is bonus security, and it takes 3 days to build, versus the Bailey, which takes 2 days to build and gives prestige. Let's go for some more security. I don't want bad things happening. It's kind of irrelevant because you're going to get everything eventually anyway. You either get all the stuff or you just ignore the stronghold and get none of it. So you'll have enough money to get it all. But in the meantime, we'll go for some extra security, whatever that does. Okay, thanks for watching. I'll see you again soon.